Was listening on a plane ride. I was wanting to listen to some music, and I pull up Drew Hill, R&B band from back in the day, back when I was in high school. Cisco was the lead singer, if you remember him. And I must have worn out 3 or 4 of these CDs listening to them. And then I put that music on the plane, and I swear to you all, it was bad. It was garbage. I couldn't believe it. My childhood was kind of ruined. Not really. It taught me something. And it taught me this lesson, was that not everything is as good as you thought it was, and a lot of it was product of its time. And Drew Hill was a risque R&B band right at the time that I was entering my formidable years, so that was my connection to them. Now, there is music from that time I still think of fondly. Dondell Jones and 112 are two artists and bands that I enjoy still to this day. But most of it, it's not that good. And that's all right. So the same can be said for today. And there are songs like the aforementioned Ava Max. I enjoyed her music on my workout playlists. But after, 20, 30 listens of it coming up, it starts to wear. And eventually it'll get dropped from the playlist and replaced by whatever else is out now. And I wonder if that's not the big generational mistake that we make. Understanding that we are in fact all here together. This concept that somehow, because you were born between these revolutions around the sun, and you were born around these revolutions, or between these revolutions of the sun, that somehow we are a separate species, and that the problems and triumphs of the day do not affect us equally, even if it's not the same. And a lot of that comes down to recognizing that we move forward because most of the past isn't worth holding on to. When we were children, we understood that. We were, in a way, racing toward becoming adults. And then we get into the workplace and we race toward the degree, or we race toward the promotion. And then we race toward retirement. And in the meantime, we're racing paycheck to paycheck. And when you hold on to the things that are making you comfortable now because they are familiar, every day that goes by, of course, they age. Our music, our movies, they don't change. They are frozen in their eras. And when we bring them forward, it's like bringing your stuffed animal from childhood into the workplace in many ways. It doesn't feel that way, but it is that way. Because newness, no doubt, is scary. And you get to a point where you know things, and you don't want new anymore. But the generation behind you, the generation coming, they don't have a choice. It's all new to them. And they're going to see it differently because you changed the world while you were still seeing the new. The thing is, you're still seeing the new, no matter where you are in your life, whether you're 5 or 50 or 105, you are still living on the frontier of this moment, observing through your window that only exists in the entire universe in you. Now, if you're looking for a purpose, I can think of no one better than to observe not just the world around you, but who you are internally. We quickly understand that we need the youth to keep us young. We do. There is some truth to drinking the blood of the babies. Because what they're bringing up, it's not to say that you adopt what they've got going on. But it is to say that when the new generation comes up, it is time to hit the reset button for yourself. Because fabrics have changed, instruments have changed, entertainment has changed, the world has changed. And you don't do what the young kids are doing. You do what you do in the modern age. You're all upgraded and you're got your DLCs up to date. See? So, the generational drama that's going on right now, it really does seem like it's coming from us not seeing clearly. It's parents fighting their grandchildren and children, and vice versa. Not all seeing that it's connected. Not all seeing that each played and balanced with each other. And each has their part to play. Now, listen, y'all. I'm going to be real. Mindfully. We, the elders, if we were going to be called that, if we're going to demand the respect of that, kinda, isn't it impendent upon us to recognize that? To recognize our own youth in the youth coming up? The Gen Z, man, I'm proud of them. Their first kick into history was pulling together their generation and petitioning Washington. Let us not forget that was less than half a decade ago, right? Somebody find out there in the comments. So for everything that the boomers have done, Gen Z did things, millennials did things, Gen X did things, and the generations to come, they'll all do and all play their stage, but we will all share the stage together. Perhaps this is why the Tao that can be named is not the eternal name.